Shalom. Kal halaliyam la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS who rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings to you elect out there. So this is from CBC News, right? Posted yesterday, June 30th. Canada sleepwalking into cashless society, consumer advocates warn. Only about 1 in 10 transactions involve physical money, says a recent report. Right? So this is pretty much going into what? We already know what. you know, the hour of temptation. It says a recent online poll of some 1,500 people commissioned by the group Payments Canada found that a majority of respondents were worried about the prospect of stores going cashless. And this has been something that they have been working on for decades, starting with your credit card, right? Then the internet with online payments, switching things online, right? Like, for example, government assistance, or government tax rebate checks, right? They told you years ago, switch to direct deposit so you get it the same day. You still have only a small amount of the population, mostly old elderly people, that haven't switched. They still get the check in the mail and they got to go deposit that in the bank, right? But small ways like that, they've been molding and conditioning your mind, and especially the young people, right? The young people, they have tap now, right? They have phones when they're 8, 9, 10, right? And they have tap, they have PayPal, they have all this digital, what do you call it? All these digital payment methods, I'll put it that way, right? So a lot of people don't use cash. It says a consumer group is urgently calling on the federal government to follow other jurisdictions in the U.S. and Europe and bring in legislation to stem the slide toward a cashless society. And it's crazy. I'm laughing because this is official news, right? So-called mainstream news, right? The right news, the truth, telling you that, look, you this is going cashless. And we've been saying this through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, starting with our apostles and elders, that this man will implement a cashless system, a cashless society, where everything, you're going to have a thing called a digital footprint, right? So everything that you buy, you may buy too much coffee, and they're going to say, look, this is going to affect your health, and your credit score falls, or you're buying smokes all the time. Everything is going to be seen, right, and tracked. Only 10% of transactions in Canada today are done using cash, and that's very true, man. Like you think about anything. I paid cash last week, for something, and the lady's like, oh, yeah, we'll take that too. People don't usually pay cash, but we'll take it, right? So this thing, cash, this is almost done. This is its last leg. This currency that we were used to at one time. It says, according to Carlos Castablanco, an economist with the group Options Consomateurs, there is a need to protect cash right now before more merchants start refusing it, right? And that's the thing. Some stores are already refusing cash, right? So many more merchants and store owners, they're going to get with the program. They might get incentives, or like I said, it'll just switch like that. They might orchestrate a major event. However they do it, man. Who I'm talking about is the elites, the oligarchs. All right, your sheep herders, to you sheep, right? It's critical to act now, he added, before retailers begin removing all of the infrastructure required to store and maintain physical money. They are already used to dealing with cash, he said. So this is the moment to act before it is more complicated. In a report called Will Cash Be a Thing of the Past?, Option Consomateurs published one of the first deep dives into who is still using coins and paper money. So they have the data for that. right? Solid demand for cash. A recent online poll of some 1,500 people commissioned by a different group, Payments Canada, found that a majority of respondents were worried about the prospect of cashless stores and want to maintain the option to use cash, which is free from bank fees, isn't susceptible to privacy breaches, and can be used during internet outages. Right? There's still very solid demand for cash. Right? And first of all, the report was only 1,500 people. But everybody, the point is, at the beginning of the article, it said 1 in 10 transactions are used by with cash. You know, you can't trace it. There's a privacy factor to it. And people use cryptocurrency as well because there's a concealment there as well. You have a privacy factor, right? I don't believe in totality because you still have a blockchain. There's still a blockchain, and things can be traced, but nonetheless, that's for the upper levels, right? It says the bank closely tracks how money gets used. She said, with the use of cash actually rising at the beginning of the at the pandemic, while that group has slowed, Kazuki said there's still an overall general increase that suggests people still want it, right? But it doesn't matter because people are already using automatically tap either credit card, it's on your damn phone, Google Pay, Apple Pay, whatever thing you got, Samsung Pay, right? You just tap, 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 that's it, man, right? It says that report, titled Social Policy Implications for a Less Cash Society, recommends legislative action, arguing that cash-based transactions have plummeted from 54% in 2009, to 10% as of 2021. Bro, I remember 2009. I remember 2005. I remember 2000. And 2021, look how much. That's a lot, right? One of its authors, Aftab Ahmed, described who would be most affected by a world with no cash in a recent article in Policy Options, the online magazine for the Institute for Research on Public Policy. All right. You can read it for yourself, more. I just wanted to bring this to light. This is what's next on the table. This is what's coming down the pipe. Right? A cashless society. Everything is tying in, man. And it's all tying in. Right? Revelation 3 and 10. This is Yahushua speaking, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, which is what? Right? Teaching our people, going on the highways and byways, doing these videos, helping the brethren, working within the body. Patience means to suffer, suffering brethren, suffering in this world, suffering in righteousness. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Because, why? This system is not going to be just a North American system or a European system. This is all continents. This is the entire globe, right? It's a global digital currency, right? They test piloted it last last year. So they're ready, man. Everything is ready. There just has to be a big event, a monumental event, a cataclysmic or multiple, right, crises, right, for things to really shake you goyim up, man. You sheep. People are sheep. They need shepherds, man. On the left hand and on the right hand. There's nothing wrong with that on the right hand. But you people on the left hand, you're just bugged out, man. Right? It's Canada Day right now. That's why you hear fireworks. These bugged out people, man, driving and trying to get a good spot. Let's look at the fireworks. Canada's going to shit. You're losing your mortgages, man. Losing your houses. All right? You people are crying in your car talking about, I got 3 jobs. But Canada Day. Let's shoot off some fireworks. You people are finished, man. All right? Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man may take thy crown. And again, that word temptation in the Greek. All right? It says an experiment, an attempt, a trial, a proving. See? Trial proving, the trial made of you by my bodily condition. The trial of man's fidelity, meaning faith, integrity, virtue, constancy. Alright, being constant. You know? In season, out of season. People are wondering, why are you guys out there when it's minus 25? Minus 30, there's a wind chill, there's a frost warning, there's snow everywhere. Why? When it's windy, there's raining. Right? Because the Lord commanded us to be out there, man. That's how this thing is set up. Right? An internal temptation. Oh, hold on. An enticement to sin. Temptation, whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances. And it's going to be both. You're going to have a desire to eat, to drink. Because there's going to be far in between. Right? It's going to get rough. An internal temptation to sin, right? Say, fuck it, man. I'm gonna go take that charagma, right? I'm gonna, get some substance, some food, fill your damn belly. It's gonna be a serious time, man. Of the condition of things, man. Like in boxing, martial arts, you have different training. You have your fight skill training, your techniques, right? But before really any of that, when you go to a gym, they make you jump rope, they make you do physical exercise to condition you, right? Before you even learn a 1-2, you need to have the pace, you need to have the stamina, the cardio, and most importantly, the mental toughness. That's what it's called, conditioning. Conditioning is not really even running. Conditioning, it can be putting on a weighted vest and doing shadow boxing. That can be conditioning, and you got weight on you. And what are you conditioning for? The condition of the battle. What is the condition of the battle? You're going to be moving your head, moving around. Your legs are going to get tired. You're going to have to have good aerobic what is that, man? Aerobic consumption. Pretty much your body has to utilize oxygen very well, because you're going to be breathing. You're going to have a 1 minute break, and then you're going to get out there, man. Get right back out there. You might take a body shot, suck some wind out of you. You got to learn how to breathe properly, all that shit. So that's conditioning. So the condition, it says of the condition of things. So it's going to be, what are the condition of things in that day going to be? All hell breaking loose, right? People losing their minds, being incontinent, doing what the hell they want to do, chaos, anarchy, confusion in many places, right? Or a mental state by which we are enticed to sin, or to a lapse from the faith and holiness, adversity, affliction, trouble, Jacob's trouble, right? But Yahweh Bashim Shai, he said, I will deliver you out of the same, right? Yeah, rebellion against the Most High, taking that charagma. But once you take that charagma, you are a rebel. You are rebelling against Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, anyway, Kal Halalim, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Shalom to you elect.